你们好，你们今天好吗？欢迎来到我的课堂，我叫 Love It。你在哪儿工作？你做什么工作？这就是我们今天要学习的内容。Where do you work? What do you do? This is what we'll be learning today on introduction presentation. We have learned how to say your name, country you're from. Now we are learning how to say what you do and how to ask people what they do. Remember, I said the aim is for us to know how to introduce ourselves, how to present ourselves. At the end of our presentation introduction lectures, we are going to be able to introduce ourselves properly. Say our name, our nationality, our marital status, what we do, our hobbies, how many kids we have, our favorite food, our favorite color, etc. So without wasting much time, you know we always write characters. We spend a lot of time on the board. So let us not waste too much time here. Now we are going to start our class. And how do we say that our class has started? 现在我们上课，我们看板。So here is our board. I hope it is clear enough as I wrote with a red marker. These are ways of asking people what they do. In Chinese, 你做什么工作 and 你在哪儿工作. Question number 1 is, what do you do? Question number 2 is, where do you work? 你 is you, singular. 你们 is you, plural. 做 is to do. It's a verb. We have looked at quite a few verbs and we are going to have a lesson where we talk about all the verbs that we have learned. 做 means to do. Shama, do you remember shama? Shama means what? We did it in our last class. 工作 means work. If you're interpreting it word for word, what you're asking is, you do what work? Does that make sense now? 你做什么工作? As usual, we're going to be writing the characters together. I like you to always look at my hand when I'm writing it. Ni is not a new character, but let's write it together. Ni, ni, zuo. This is how to write zuo. The same zuo you have in zuo here. That is what I love about Chinese characters. Some of the characters, you don't have to stress yourself thinking of how to write it because you would have written it while writing another word. Now let's write shama. Shama is also very simple, like we saw in our previous lesson. This radical is in ni. This is it here. So you write it and then write the number 10. Do you remember? This is sham. Then ma is like this. Like this, and then like this. This is ma, shama. Gōngzuò is a very simple character. This is gōngzuò. This is gōng. That is all. This is gōng. And then this zuò is the same zuò that you have here. And that is the same zuò you have in zuò here. So we write that zuò. We write that zuò. I like how you guys write these characters. When you write them, they are so neat, so much neater, so much better than mine. Like, I look at your characters and I'm like, are these people beginners? So it means, what do you do? The question 2 is, 你在哪儿工作? 你在哪儿工作? Where do you work? Let us write the characters together. So, 你, once again, you see that this ni, you don't have choice but to master it because you will see it everywhere. You will use it every day. This is how to write zai. You go like this. I'm trying to be very slow so that you are able to grab it. Then go like this. Then like this, like 1. Then write this thing that looks like 10. is actually 10. And then cross it. This is 在. This is 在. Na, you remember when we did 那国人? That na is the same na you write here, but then you add something because you can see here, this na has R. So you will drag it when you are calling it. That one is na, this one is na. So when you are writing this one, after you have written that same character we did for na guoren, remember the character, right? We went like this, like this, like this, like this, and then we did this that looks like 3 and brought this down. Do you remember it? To add this R, this is what you do. Like this, and then like this, and that's all. This is nar, nar. So this one now is where. Okay, gōngzuò. We wrote gōngzuò earlier. Let's write it together again. Gōngzuò, gōngzuò, gōngzuò. 你在哪? Gōngzuò. Where do you work? Please copy this like this with the characters. I would like to see it in your notes. Now we will answer these questions. Answer 1. 我是老师。我在学校工作. This means I am a teacher. I teach in a school. Yes, it is necessary to say you teach in a school because what if you teach online? I am a teacher. I teach online. I don't teach in a school. So when you say 我在学校工作, you work in a school. Now, do you see this place? When you say you are a teacher and you teach in a school, you work in a school, what type of school? Is it a primary school? Is it a secondary school? Is it a university? To say you work in a primary school is 我在小学工作. 小 is small. 我在小学工作. 小 is small, little. So that's like primary school. 我在小学工作. The second one is 我在中学工作. 我在中学工作. This zhong is the same zhong you have in Zhongguo, which is China. Zhong means middle, so it's like middle school. 我在大学工作 means I work in a university. 大学 is university. 大 means big. Do you understand it now? 大 means big. So big school, that's university. Middle school, secondary school. 小学, small school, that's primary school. So after saying 我是老师, you can say 我在小学工作. 我在中学工作. 我在大学工作. Now, what about someone who teaches online? You will say 我在网上工作. 网上 is written like this. 网上. And this is the character for 网上. This is the character for it. This is the character for it. And this is shang. So this is 网上. So if I am to answer this question, after saying 我是老师, I will say 我在网上工作. I don't want us to mix it with the other stuff I have on the board. So I will wipe it, but I hope you took it down. You can go back and pause the video and write that one out. Just note it down. I have told us how to say I work in a primary school, like I am a primary school teacher. I work in a secondary school. I am a secondary school teacher, and I work in a university. I teach in a university. And I also told us how to say I teach online. I work online. So, 我, we have written 我 quite a few times. This should register in our heads right now. 我, we have written 是 a couple of times also. This is 是. This is 是. 老师. 老师 means teacher. This is how to write it. So you do like this and do like this. This is lao, lao. Then shi is like this. You do this. You come here and do this. And bring them together. Just drag it down. This is lao shi. You now say 我在学校工作. 我 again. 我在 we wrote 在 before. 我在学校. Let's write 学校. 学 is like this. Dot, dot, and this mark. Then you do like this. Do like this. This hook. And like this. Like this. Like this. This is 学. This is how to write 校. We have written 学. This is 学. Then this is 校. You do this. You do this. Write 6. I don't know if you remember the number 6. Write 6. Then do this. Is this crisscross? What do they call it? But this is 学校. Okay. 我在学校工作. 工作. We already know how to write 工作. 工作. Very simple. Very simple character. 工作. 我在学校工作. And it means I am a teacher. I teach in a school or I work in a school. 我在小学工作. Even if there's no space for the English translation, I'll say that one with my mouth. 我 I'll say it with my mouth, but we would write the character. 我在 Do you remember 在? Do you remember how I said you should write it? 我在小学. This is 小. This is 小. Then 学. We wrote 学 a while ago. 2 dots. Then this here. Do like this. Do like this. Like this. Like this. And like this. The space is not much, but this is clear enough. 小学工作. You write the 工作 again. 工作工作. 我在小学工作. 我在中学工作. So we write 我 again. 我在中学. See how to write 中 like this, and then you divide it. You remember I told you 中 means middle, so just divide it in the middle. This is 中. 中学. The 学 we just wrote. 中学工作. We are writing 工作 again. 我在中学工作. 我在大学工作. Our space is very little, but we can manage. 我在在大. This is how to write 大. You go like this, and like this. 大学, the same 学. The same 学. And then 工作. I wanted this to fit into the board. I hope it is legible. This is I am a teacher. I teach in a school. 我 is I. 是 is to be. You remember? 我是 is to be. 是 is. 是 is am. 是 is are. So if you want to say you are, it is 你是. If you want to say I am, it is 我是. If you want to say he is or she is, it is 他是. If you want to say we are, it is 我们是. If you want to say you guys are, it is 你们. It is 你们是. If you want to say they are, it is 他们是. 是 is to be. 老师 is teacher. 老师 is teacher. 我在 you know 我 is I. 在 is in, at, on. You know in English, on, at, and in is 在. I in school. Work. I work in a school. 我在小学小 means little, small. So 小学 is small school, primary school. 小学工作 is work. Then 我在中学工作 I in or at secondary school work. Then this one 我在大学工作 I in university. 大 is big. 大 is big. I said big school. That's university. 我在大学工作 I in big school work, which means I work in a university or I teach in a university. So if someone asks you, what do you do? Where do you work? And you want to say you're a student, this is how to say it. You say 我是学生我是学生 And if you want to go straight to the point and say what school, you say 我是小学生 This means I am a primary school student. If you want to say you're a secondary school student, you say 我是中学生 If you are a university student, you say 我是大学生我是大学生中 means middle. 大 means big. 小 means small. So this is how to say that you are a student. 我是小学生我是中学生我是大学生 But if you just want to say I am a student, 我是学生 Now we are going to write the characters together. We have written this before. 我是学 is this, and this. This is 学 Now see how to write 生 like this, then bring it together like this, and I am a primary school student. So 我 you should know how to write 我 very well by now. 我是 even 是 These are like words you use every day. 我是小学生学生学生 It means I am a student. I am a primary school student. So now the characters for 我是中学生我是中 Do you remember how I said you write 中 that means middle. After doing this, You now divide it in the middle to show middle. 中学, 学 again is like this, like this, like this. You go like this, like this, like this. 学生, 学生。我是中学生。我是中学生。我是大学生。Our 我 again. We write 我 again. Here. I can write this character in my dreams. If you wake me up and tell me to write it, I will write these characters because I write every day. So, go like this. 我是 we have written that before. 大学生学 you remember 学生大学生。我是小学生，我是中学生，我是大学生。This is how to say I am a doctor. I work in a hospital. You say 我是医生，我在医院工作。我是医生，我在医院工作。The word for doctor is 医生。我在医院工作。We know 我 already. We know 在 already. We know 在 already. It's one of the words we have learned earlier in this lesson. 医院 is hospital. 医院 is hospital. That is the word for hospital. I am doctor. I in hospital work. That is how you translate this word for word. But it means I am a doctor. I work in a hospital. We will not be wasting time with characters we have written before. So, I am writing this one fast because we have done it before. 我是 we have also written 是 before. So, I will not be slowing down for you to look at my hand. 我是医生 Now, this is how to write 医生. We are meeting 医生 for the first time. You do like this. Then go like this. Did you see it? Go like this, like this, like this, and close this thing. Do we need to write it again? Should we write it again? 医生. When you go like this, then you do like this, like this. Are you following? Like this, and just come and close this thing as if this is the hospital building. I always like to look for stories that will remind me of the characters. Yi sheng, and then the sheng is the same sheng you have in xue sheng, so you know that one. 我是医生，我在 we have written 我在 before, so let me just hurry that up. 我在医院 yes, we have not written 医院. This is how to write 医院, the same E you have in 医生. So you go like this. Even though we've written it before, I'm still going to take this slow so that you look at it very well. Like this, like this, like this, and then close the hospital building. Yuan, this is how to write yuan. This radical that looks like 3 will be here, and you drag this one down. Then you do like this dot, go like this hook, like this, like this, like this, and like this. This is yuan, and this is gōngzuò. We have written gōngzuò before. So, yes. So this is 我是医生，我在医院工作. This is what we're going to stop for today. Your 作业 will be to write like 3 other professions for me. There is banker, there is accountant. Banker is 银行家 and bank is 银行. So if you want to say I am a banker, I work in a bank, you say 我是银行家，我在银行工作. If you want to say I am a lawyer, lawyer is 律师. You say 我是律师，我在 where do lawyers work? Law court is 法院. I am an accountant. I work in a bank. Accountant is 会计. So you do 3 other professions for me and where they work. You have your dictionary. Use your dictionary. When you write and it's not correct, I will correct you. That is our first 作业. The second one is an audio I will post on the group. You listen to it and tell me what you heard as usual. So on that note, we will say 下课. So this is 作业. My marker is misbehaving, but you can see it, right? 作业. This is 作业. And this is our 下课. 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 再见. 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 So we have written our 作业 on the left hand side and then 下课 and 再见. So that will be it. See you on our next class.